The meeting is being recorded, and welcome to the Palm Desert Area Chamber of Commerce Profit Connection Luncheon. This is where we have a couple of guest speakers and to try to find out a little bit more in depth as to what's going on with a couple of topics. And then we'll move around in the room. And because we have kind of a lighter audience today, I would suggest that we do take more than 1 minute to introduce yourself and talk about your business, talk about what a good referral would be for you. So if I can ask you to mute your microphone when you're not talking and turn off your camera while the presenter is actually in the room speaking, and then turn your cameras and microphones back on after the speaker is finished. And if you want to ask any questions, please feel free to do so. Now, the speakers will have about 10 minutes, but obviously it could take a little bit longer. We'd like to have the referral testimonial. So if you've been using businesses around the area, please give them a shout out and let us know what a good referral would be for you. What are you looking for to move your business forward? So I would like to introduce you to Yessica Palacios from Etheryal. She is our first speaker today, and she's very enthusiastic about her company and what they do. And it's very timely during the COVID times that we have. And that'll be followed with Erin Sullivan-Moore. She is our chair-elect for the board of directors of the Palm Desert Area Chamber of Commerce, and she is with Robert Half, and she'll be able to cover a topic that deserves a lot of time, and we will give it more time in the future. But her topic is really, okay, COVID in the workplace, what now? So Yessica, if you would like to go ahead and begin, everyone please turn off your cameras so that we can focus on Yessica, or put your screen on speaker view. And Yessica, please share your screen.
Hello everyone, can everyone hear me?
Yes.
Okay, great. Well, thank you for inviting me, Pam, and hi to everyone. First of all, I want to wish everyone a happy New Year's. I hope that we have a better year coming up. I stayed home and played music very loud with my pets. But I want to introduce, some of you have already heard about my company, and my company's name is Etheryal. What we do is we have different teams and different divisions in our company. One of them is our deep cleaning and disinfecting, sanitizing services. In this division, we have a very experienced team that has been doing the cleaning and disinfecting services for almost 30 years. So we have a very well-trained team in that area. I know that right now we're all looking for ways to cope with COVID-19, and I think elevating our hygiene in our workplaces and at home also and personally is a good way to start. But the perfect customer for us is really anyone who's a business owner or just a residential home owner that wants to increase the level of hygiene in their home or in their business, place of work, office. So that's the ideal customer. We have a 24-hour service response that can go to the location if there has been a COVID-19 positive case. So we can respond to a 24-hour emergency. We can provide training for your staff, but I'll share more of that once I show you my presentation. But thank you for the opportunity, and I'm glad that we're all here, and I'm looking forward to hearing everyone's business. Thank you.
Yessica, we're not seeing your share screen.
Oh, sorry, Pam. I thought, okay, I'll go ahead and share that. Okay, can you see it now?
Yes, thank you.
Okay. Like I mentioned earlier, our business company's name is Etheryal. Ethereal, and our slogan is solutions for a new world. It seems like we're all having to cope with new regulations, new guidelines, local, state, and federal level, and we're having to, cope with it. And realistically, we have so many different changes going on every day that it's difficult to keep up. So we have solutions for this new way of having to deal with changes. And Etheryal is a California corporation with a mission. Help businesses to use state-of-the-art technology, training, professional, cleaning and sanitizing services to provide a safe environment for workers and your clients. As we all know, our local economy has been devastated by the pandemic. And we've reached out to our local officials. The legal argument to reopen businesses under the strict regulations must be driven by our state elected officials. These are 5 of the top protocols to reopen businesses that the World Health Organization released. Number 1 is business must be prepared with an emergency sanitation plan. Number 2, engineering solutions. We have technology that could help businesses and offices and even our homes to keep us safer and cleaner and with a higher level of hygiene. One of those is UV filters, ultraviolet filters. These are filters that are installed in your AC unit that filters out the air that's potentially contaminated, not just with COVID-19, but with other viruses, germs, and bacteria. Our ACs already have a filter incorporated in the system, but this just enhances because the air that flows through the air conditioner will be clean with UV light. And as we're all familiar, UV light has been used for many, many years in clinics, dental offices, and this is not new to us, but it's new to the general public, and now we're able to use it to our advantages. That's one of the technologies that's one of my favorites. It's actually UV lights, and we don't have to apply any spray or any solution to your surface or your hands. Well, you can use this on personally, but in your personal area, like your restroom or your kitchen, you turn on a UV filter or a UV tower, and it'll just sanitize the whole area. This is one of my favorite solutions. Our personal solutions, we also have, let me go back. Sorry. Personal solutions, we have masks available. We have sanitizer. We have a clean disinfecting products. I did it again. Sorry, guys. Administrative controls provide workers with up-to-date education and training on COVID-19. We can assist with that. Local government established a COVID-19 contact tracing program, verify business and compliance, establish the certification procedures to reopen. We could also help and assist with that. Now we're going to the next slide. This is a very good slide, and I wanted to kind of emphasize on this one because a lot of people, a lot of companies and business owners ask us, or even residential customers, well, why hire you guys and not another company? Well, these are just a few of the certifications that our teams have in order to do the work that's required, that's within the guidelines of all these organizations. For example, preparing workplaces for COVID-19. This is a training that we obtained through OSHA. We have a microbial warriors. These were trained by an international company that trains specifically the cleaning crew and janitorial services to not just fight and disinfect and clean for COVID-19. They've been around for about 80 years. So this has been going on for a long time, and just now we're having to, add more certifications and trainings. The massive gathering risk assessments. Eventually, I think we all want to get back to normality and have an outdoor concert, or even a wedding at a ballroom or whatnot. And this training has prepared us to deal with mass gathering and taking a risk assessment prior to the gathering to know what type of services and technologies we can implement to have a safe environment for everyone at the gathering. Sporting events, religious events. We also have infection prevention. We have addressing disease mitigation in schools, daycares. We have that type of training. So a lot of the companies are not certified and trained at this level. And these are just a few that we wanted to share with you for this time, but we actually have a lot more training for that. Local elected officials must lead and support new legislation to allow businesses to reopen, create new businesses, revenue streams, support local jobs, expand local economy, and overall improve our quality of life. And we have, Etheryal has reached out along with our general counsel to the local officials in an effort to assist them in writing this legislation and to help each other and work together as a team to help in these points that I just mentioned, like allowing businesses to reopen. I think as a business owner myself, and I think we could all relate to that, we want to reopen our doors the way we normally do, and we want to have the same revenue stream that we normally have, and everyone is in that situation. So I think our leaders should take lead on that, and we're trying to team up with them to help them do that.
Our world has changed. Oh. The Great Reset is here.
This is a commercial we released in June of last year.
Keep your employees healthy. Keep your customers safe. Keep your business alive. The problem is not temporary. We will help you to reset your business and boost revenue. Etheryal, solutions for a new world.
This is a quick commercial that we released back in the June of last year. I think it was played in all the local channels. And following, we mentioned how we can help in the areas that we can assist with. Legislative consultations, training for government and elected officials, staff, business owners, and line staff. We can train, we can also prepare emergency plans for business owners. We can provide emergency COVID-19 cleaning and sanitizing services. And we have our stock of inventory of technology. And I think we're concluding my presentation. I'm not sure if there's any questions or any concerns that anyone would like to ask. If not, we can, you can reach me at etheryal.com. You can call this our office number here, or you can reach us by email.
Thanks, Yessica. That's a great presentation and so timely right now. One of the questions is, when you treat a business, how long does it last?
Yeah, that is a very interesting question, Pam, because reality is that we can, before we apply any treatment of to disinfect, we have to clean and we have to make sure that there's no soil and there's no dirt on any surface. So when you apply the treatment, it stays sanitized for as long as there is no traffic. And I get that question asked all the time. Well, if I sanitize my office, how long is it last? Well, I can't guarantee any time that will last, because unless there's no traffic, it could be clean for as long as there's no one coming in. But if there's a person that comes in after we sanitize, is COVID-19 positive, and they sneeze on your table, on your conference table, there's going to be a live virus on your surface. So this has to be something that we would do cleaning and disinfecting daily on a regular basis.
Okay. Okay, thank you. And from the group, could you unmute yourselves and let us know what your thoughts are in regards to having a virus in your workplace and how you would address it? Hearing no contributions. Yessica, thank you so much. We're going to invite Erin Sullivan-Moore to speak now. So remember, everybody, if you have questions along the way, pop them in the chat box so that we don't forget them, and we'll just recap at the end of the talk. And do we have Erin here?
Hi, good morning.
Good morning.
Morning. I always forewarn, we have children in the background doing school. My husband is known for video bombing any call that I do, so I'm apologizing ahead of time. But thank you so much. I am Erin Sullivan-Moore with Robert Half, but I've been asked to speak today, just kind of talking a little bit more on, Yessica, I think it was great that you and I get to present together, because I'm talking about COVID in the workplace. One of the things that's really important, and I held off on mentioning this with Pam, your question, for my time, but you know, a lot of people say I'm being safe, I'm doing the precautions, but a big reminder is don't touch something unless you have to or you're taking it with you, because there's little things that we do that you don't think about. You know, those necessities of going grocery shopping. If it's not an automatic door, we're touching a door. And I promise you, I've never seen someone standing there wiping that door between every person that's gone there. If you're shopping for clothes, if you know, we pick something up, look at it, try it on, put it back. Don't touch something unless you have to. And one of the best practices as well for going grocery shopping, whether you go out and do it or you have it delivered, do your prep and cleaning before you put your groceries away. Wipe every box down with sanitizer, wash your fruits and vegetables, because you never know. We just think, okay, I bought it, it's in my house, I put it away, I wash my hands, but we don't know who's touched that product before us. And there's, you know, kids still going shopping with their parents, and we know kids touch everything. So just be really, really mindful. Don't touch it unless you're taking it or unless you have to. Try to use your feet to push open doors. Those are just some things where we kind of take for granted in our day. I have my mask on, I'll wash my hands when I get home, but what are we doing while we're out? Because we all subconsciously scratch our nose or wipe our face, and it's those little in between the washing hand transactions that can be those spreaders. So what I just wanted to touch on a little bit as far as COVID in the workplace is there has been a huge, huge paradigm shift as far as how we function in the office, in the boardroom. Nobody, I think, has had a board meeting in person in quite some time. But it's given us the opportunity to really think about the way we function, the way we work, and then how we can help each other through this. So a big thing is we have been reminded that we do not have to be in the office. And we have to figure out, what do those transitions look like as we move forward? Because we know we all want to get back to the office, but it isn't necessarily the right thing to do. You have some people who have actually been able to be more efficient at home. They're probably starting work earlier, probably working a little later, because now it's not, okay, I'm going to get up and walk away from my desk and get in my car and drive home. I'm already home. I'm already at my desk. You start your day a little earlier, that there might actually be some benefits to having employees work remotely, because it's no longer a 9-to-5 mentality. We're also finding, though, that we need to adjust post-pandemic customer or our behavior as companies, because customer and consumer behavior has changed. This is not going to go back to as soon as you say, okay, our numbers are low, we're not going to be swamped in our stores anymore. This is going to have long-standing residual effects that most customers have learned to shop online. I have become I can't do any more ads. Ads on Facebook to me now are like that last little bit of the grocery store when you're waiting for checkout where all the magazines and candy bars are. I've tried hair products, I've tried nail products, any advertisement that's been on Facebook now, but I get it all delivered to my house. And customers and our consumers are going to start acting differently post-pandemic. And so we as businesses need to really look at not just how do you want to operate your business with your coworkers, but how do you want to operate your business that's adapting to a new style of consumer. Your consumers of 2019 are not the same consumers in 2021. You'll need to adjust your overall corporate culture. I'm sure you've all heard this. We are experiencing more and more burnout in employees than we ever have been. And we need to be mindful of that, because what we forget is, first of all, we almost forget to talk to each other throughout the day. You're used to walking into the same office with Pam every day and saying, "Hi, Pam, how are you?" Even if it's a brief interaction, it's still a daily interaction that you've had with a coworker. When we're remote, we don't seem to do that. So even just getting in those habits, I think we all feel a little video meeting burned out sometimes, but sometimes that morning meeting where you're just saying, "Hey, how are you? How's it going?" to help with those interactions. But I did want to talk about, as we know that work-life balances change, we also forget that during the workday, you have kids in the background, you have dogs in the background, you have so much more stuff. You're not able to lock yourself away and not be distracted. And so we forget, when we talk to people about work, we just talk to them about work. We don't ask them what else went crazy in your day today. And so we forget that there's those other stresses that we used to be able to walk away from to go into the workplace. So I just wanted to talk about a little bit of things that we could do as individuals and as business professionals managing teams that might help us have a more positive work environment and think about what work environment should look like post-pandemic, or right now while we're still in a pandemic. So a couple of things is breathing. When we are at home, working at home, schooling at home, everything at home, we kind of forget that, you know, when you're in the office, you get burned out for a minute or have that rough call. I get up and walk outside. I take a walk around the block. We tend to not do that when we're not in the office. So taking those moments, start your day with some quick yoga or breathing or breaths. And after that call, take that time to just breathe, relax, and move on to the next thing. Little things like that that we encourage in our coworkers and ourselves can really help slow down the pace of this hustle and bustle of managing everything from home. Another big one is practice mindfulness. Remember that it all starts with here. Mental health is the key for physical health, for business health, for just overall health. So being able to separate yourself, taking that minute and saying, I need to stop and breathe, or I need to walk outside. Really focus on what habits do you want to adapt in your day, and what habits do you want to adapt in your team as they return to work. Encouraging everyone, hey, you know what? Let's be on the phones working hard from 9 to 9:50, and then take 10 minutes, take your break, walk outside, do some exercises. Really encouraging those break habits that we used to not encourage as much. Getting outside. We live in this beautiful desert for most of the year. Go outside, talk in your morning meetings like, hey, have you seen the weather today? I think you'll be surprised to talk to people and realize how many people have no idea if it's cloudy or sunny or rainy outside because they have not left their house all day. This is my favorite one. We've all talked about COVID, eating, but we have been consuming one thing way, way, way too much that we need to go on a diet from. It's a media diet. When we're at work, we don't sit and watch TV, but when we're at home, it's in the background, we're fiddling on our phones. We have so much more access to do other things than work. We need to go on media diets. And one of the fun things that you can do with your team is encourage a challenge. Say, let's see who can not be on their phone today. Let's see who can not look at media today, or limit yourselves. Let's all do 15 minutes. What channel do you watch? What are you going to watch? And then in your board, have that kind of news recap as a team for a little bit, and then walk away. The media diet, I think, is huge. Of course, exercise is always going to be important. But then the other big thing, show others love. We kind of forget, and we are so easy to go into the negatives of things. Say something positive to someone every day. Find a coworker to say something positive to, a family member to say something positive to, a Facebook friend to say something positive to, but make an effort every day to be positive to those 3 contacts. And it will not only help your mental health, but it will help their mental health. And then, of course, this is a great time. If you haven't done writing, I don't think my son knows what a journal is. Do you know what a journal is?
Honestly, I have no clue.
There you go. No clue what a journal is. This is, I mean, a great time in history to document what is going on. Write a journal. It's a great way to kind of decompress, step outside, take a moment. But how amazing would that be to look back at that journal in 10 to 15 years and see what you documented about what is going on? And then lastly, be grateful. We know that everyone is struggling in one way or another, whether it's time management. You know, we still have a lot of hunger issues, financial stress right now. Take time every day. It's so easy to only look at the positive. Take time every day to remind your coworkers to think of something to be thankful for, your employees, something to be thankful and grateful for, and yourself. And start every day with that breath and positiveness, and end every day with that breath and positiveness. But remember, when you go back to the workplace, those things should still stand, because that's how you're going to continue to have success in the workplace post-pandemic, when we get there, because we will get there at some point. So thank you so much. I really appreciate the opportunity to talk about kind of the COVID pandemic in the workplace. My company does a lot of research, so if anyone has questions, wants to know anything about protocols, the chamber is absolutely a great place to get that advice, but I'm more than happy to answer any questions as well. Erin Sullivan-Moore with Robert Half. Thank you.
Thanks, Erin. That was fantastic. Everybody, could you please unmute yourself? We'd love to hear from you today. I just wanted to see if anybody had some questions for Erin. She does a lot of HR. She's with Robert Half, and they absolutely specialize in this field. So if you do have questions, please bring them forward. Otherwise, I will be sharing our speakers' information, as well as all of you in attendance's information with each other. And we are recording this session, so we'd be able to sort of share it and recap. We'll get this launched onto Facebook and make the link available to each of you. Erin, it looks like we don't have any questions at this time. So thank you so much again for your presentation. And I see that we've been joined by John Sloan. He is our chairman of the board. And John, do you have any updates that you would like to share?
Well, probably everybody knows this already, but Lupine was shut down the past couple of days. Eric and I were having coffee there, and all of a sudden they were taking down umbrellas and taking away the chairs and everything. And you know, the city is in a very compromising situation right now, and we need to support the city. And it's a situation where you've got the city that has to listen to the county, and the county has to listen to the state of California. And if they don't do what is required, they will end up losing funding. And then there will be a lot more people screaming about the services that won't be able to be provided by the city. So it's a really tough situation. My suggestion is do whatever you can to support the restaurants here in our city. It's critical because, you know, they've been shut down for so darn long now. I don't know how anybody's going to be able to come back and really make it big anymore, because the margins in the restaurant business are very thin. And we've got just way too many great restaurants in this town that we don't want to see go away. So again, support them, do takeout, whatever you can, just do that. And I think it will be very helpful. So thank you for that.
Thank you, John. And I see we're also joined by Deborah Glickman, and she'd be able to speak to what's going on with the city. I think there's a meeting this evening, and I hear there's going to be some announcement tomorrow morning about restaurants. So Deborah, what can you give us on the inside scoop?
Oh, the inside scoop. Yes, the City Council will meet today at 4 via Zoom, as they've been doing since March or April. And there is an item on there for assistance for restaurants during this time in the form of a forgivable loan, as well as, I'm not sure if you've heard of the Great Plates program that the state did, which is a food delivery service. A modified version of that would actually be city run, not state run. So that's part of the conversation with the City Council tonight. I can put a link to the meeting in the chat box here and let you know about that. And then also piggybacking on what John just talked about with our restaurants needing help, and really all of our businesses needing help. The city launched a campaign, Step Up to the Table Palm Desert. And that is kind of like the ice bucket challenge that was going around several years ago, where you go to a restaurant, you take a picture or a video of yourself getting the food, eating the food, you know the drill by now for social media. You post that with Step Up to the Table Palm Desert, and the key is to challenge 3 other people to do the same. So yes, this is a restaurant based, but I'm encouraging people to do it for restaurants, retail, whatever you may do, even using a service in Palm Desert. Step up to the table, to me, is step up to the table and let's do what we need to do. So that is another program the city is running. It's getting some traction, but I'd like to see it get a little bit more. I bought food the other day and forgot to do it, so I may fake it and act like I did it today and post it. So that is also something that we are working on. I'm here as always, really just to answer any questions. So you have a face. I know most of your faces by now, though. You guys are probably tired of hearing me talk. I appreciate having the time to talk today. And I do want to tack one tiny thing onto Erin's. I apologize for being late. I'm usually coming from a meeting at this point. I was at a conference, I think it was the League of California Cities, a virtual conference earlier. One of the keynote speakers talked about gratitude. And one of the things he said, and I've always been a big proponent of checking off your gratitude boxes, but to every day do a rose, rose, thorn, bud. Good thing, not so good thing. And bud is what's growing, what's going to be blossoming in the future. So it's a really cool way to just quickly do gratitude. I run through it in my head all the time. So that's my own personal statement. And if you have any questions, I'm here. Feel free to reach out anytime. As always, I'll put my contact information in the chat box.
That's great, Deborah. Thank you. So rose, rose, thorn, and bud. Okay, well, that's simple enough to remember. Thank you for that. That's really great. Also, Deborah, I know you've mentioned it before, but maybe you could just recap the PPE that's being done by the city.
Thank you, Pam. That's a big one. Thank you. I've had too many meetings this morning. I apologize. Thank you for prompting me. Yes, the city was given a huge quantity of PPE from CBEP, who received the donations as a grant from the state. All the cities in the Valley have been given that. We have face masks, face shields, and hand sanitizer. Right now, those are being distributed without appointment or anything Monday through Wednesday at the Palm Desert Community Center. I'll put the address and a link to that information in the chat box also. That may sunset next week. And we will continue to distribute, but we're just working on some other methodologies for that. So if you do have a business in Palm Desert, if you know someone who has a business in Palm Desert, please come by. As I said, no appointment, 8 to 2, Monday through Wednesday. And you don't need any business license or anything like that. I'm asking people to either bring a business card, or we actually have a form that you can fill out. The idea is to get the PPE. I wish we had stopped having so many programs with P's in them. I did a presentation the other day. There was like 4 sets of P programs in a row. I got it all confused. But anyway, PPE, to get it out to as many people as we possibly can, and as many businesses as we possibly can, especially at this critical time. So if you're a Palm Desert business, come on by. If you know a Palm Desert business, please send them by. And thank you, Pam, for reminding me of the huge thing I'm working on.
That's okay. Thanks, Deborah. And some of you may be aware, but the Chamber was also granted some funding from the city of Palm Desert to share some of the PPE supplies that we have. We had originally purchased at the beginning of the pandemic. We'd sourced a number of products, and we do have them. Now, the city has granted us some funding so that we can actually give away some of those products. And the only caveat is that you should have a Palm Desert business license. So if you have a Palm Desert business license, please contact me. I have product here at the chamber, which we are willing to give to you. And as I say, this is a grateful donation from the city, and we would love to be able to give it to those of you who need it. And the other thing that we've been working on at the chamber is an e-gift card. So why would we bother with an e-gift card? Well, the e-gift card is from yifty.com, and the way it works is you can purchase a card, it goes to your phone, and when you show the participating business who's accepting the card, it will show a MasterCard number, it'll have the little 3-digit security code, and it'll have the expiration date, and it will show the balance. So you can process this card towards a payment of something that you're making at a participating business. Now, those businesses that are participating are increasing as we go through the days and the weeks. And we have jewelers, restaurants, services, different things for you to look at. We've got retail. And the nice thing about an e-gift card like this that's so community-based is many of us are trying to support local businesses, but we do have a concern that if we buy a gift card, you know, how long is that business going to be in business so that we can actually utilize that card? Well, with an e-gift card, you have a whole list of participating businesses. So if one of them does happen to falter, you're not going to be out of anything. That gift card is still going to be good at the rest of the participating businesses. So I would encourage you as a business to sign on to accept the card. Just go to pdacc.org. That's the Palm Desert Area Chamber of Commerce website. We have one tab that says Shop Palm Desert, and then we have a button on the front page that also says e-gift card. And you can sign on as a merchant, or you can purchase a card. And by purchasing this card, you are supporting local businesses because it can only be used at participating businesses. So you can't use it on Amazon. You can't use it on some other big beast like eBay. It has to be in a participating business. So I do encourage you to look into it, promote it for us. It really will just serve our own local economy. Now, I'd like to move on to our individual attendees.
Can I jump in? I'm sorry, before you move on, I apologize.
Oh, yes, of
I
course.
want to encourage the Palm Desert businesses to double dip on the PPE. If you get one, get the other. We're not cross-checking, we're not doing anything like that, because the chamber has items that the city doesn't have, and really, who cares, right? The idea is to get you what you need. So have at it. Go for both. Please don't think you have to do one or the other. And again, I apologize for interrupting, Pam.
Oh, not at all, not at all. Thank you for those words of encouragement. So if we would like to go through our audience, let me first call upon Peter Anderson. Peter, could you please tell us a bit about yourself, your business, what's going on with you, and how we can help provide you with a good referral?
Awesome. Good morning, Palm Desert Chamber. It's been a while since I've attended one of these. I have two small businesses. One is OxyFresh Carpet Cleaning. We do carpet cleaning, tile and grout cleaning, and upholstery cleaning. Great referral for me on that would be, we were the first carpet cleaner to come out with an EPA certified carpet sanitizer. So any home or office that you know that's worried about protecting their employees or their family, that's a great referral for us. I do have a shout out. The last time I went to a Palm Desert Profit Connection lunch, I ended up getting a customer Red Lobster. I think they served lunch. I ended up getting like a $2,000 carpet cleaning job from them. So yay. And then I do also own Premier Pool Service. We're a residential commercial pool service provider. So if you have any more questions about that, please come see me. Thank you.
Great, great. Thank you very much, Peter, and welcome back. It's nice to see you. The next person I have on my list is Antonio Hernandez. Antonio, are you able to unmute yourself and perhaps share camera? I have you on down on both of those.
Okay, I should be unmuted and I should be on camera now.
Yes, we can hear you and see you. Thank you.
So my name is Dave Hendricks. I'm actually here with Antonio, but we're with Lloyd Pest Control. Lloyd Pest Control is a family-owned pest control business located here in Palm Springs. We've been in business for 90 years, so since 1931, and third generation now. But we are a full-service pest control company, so we service both residential and commercial businesses, and we also provide termite services, from tenting to soil treatments and so forth. And we also provide sanitization services. And so really any business is a good referral for us. It seems that every business and most households use pest control service. And so if you're looking for a great family-owned business, we are the only pest control company in the state of California to be awarded the Torch Award for Marketplace Ethics from the Better Business Bureau.
Wow, that's amazing. And if I could just ask you, I know it's a growing issue, but I don't know if it's something that you would address as your company. The sort of fire ants that are coming in and sort of popping up everywhere. Is that something you can help with?
Absolutely. Give us a call.
Okay, great. I might have to do that. Yeah. Okay. So the next person on my list I have today is Cindy Ikes. Cindy, can you let us know what's going on in your world?
Of course, Cindy Ikes with Ikes Insurance and Real Estate Services. And what I want to share, well, first of all, Deborah, we never get tired of hearing what you have to share, by the way. Thank you for keeping us updated. And then real quick, I wanted to share with Erin and everybody what she said. I heard a quote recently: fresh air freshens the soul and the mind. So that kind of goes along with what she was saying. Excuse me. Anyway, recently I was in a meeting and we were talking about an article that was put out. And as you know, there are a lot of people moving here to the desert. So there are 10 counties out of the entire United States that are the top that people are escaping to from the big cities. Out of 10 of those, 4 of those counties were in the state of California. And one of those counties is the county of Riverside, which is where we live, of course. So what I am going to ask you all today is, if you guys know or hear somebody that's going to be moving here to the desert, or buying a second home so they can get out of and have a break where they are. And we'd love to be their local insurance agent. And if you can refer them to us, we'd love to talk to them about, the best coverage for them. And we do specialize in second home homes for people. So those would be good referrals for us. Cindy Ikes with Ikes Insurance and Real Estate Services. Thank you.
Thank you, Cindy. And let's follow that with John Sloan.
Well, good afternoon, everybody again. I love seeing all your smiling faces. We just need to have more of them show up at Profit Connection. Erin, I'm sorry I missed your talk today. I had a membership board meeting with the California Desert Association of Realtors, and it was our first meeting, and unfortunately it was an hour and a half long. But Cindy's right, there are a number of folks that are moving into this area, particularly getting out of the big cities, tired of the LA, the Orange County, the Portlands, the Seattle issues. People just want to breathe a little bit more. And because of the fact that people can work from anywhere that they want to these days, this is a great place to be. And our pricing on our homes is so much less than any place else around us. And, it's obviously the weather is a primary factor. But I've helped over 400 families here in the desert since I've been in the real estate business. And I would love an opportunity to, if you know anyone that is moving in or out, give me a call. And anybody that refers business or does business with me, I will give 10% of my commission to the charity of your choice. John Sloan, Keller Williams Luxury Homes. Have a great day.
That's great, John. Thank you so much. And let me follow that with Kathy Rappaport.
That was coming. Hi, I'm Kathy Rappaport, and my business is called Flash Frozen Photography. And those of you that have heard me before know that I love to say F words. My F words are fun, fabulous, and forever. And how did that start? Well, when I first started being a photographer, I did a lot of boudoir photography. And I went to a chamber meeting just like this, although it was 110 people in a country club. And it was 80% men over the age of 50. So I invited people at that time to run around my studio in their underwear. And that was not a very good thought, is to have all these men running around my studio in their underwear. So I changed my line to be I love F words, fun, fabulous, and forever. And I have a list of about 100 F words because everyone played on my F words. And what am I? I am a full service photographer. I do commercial photography, family photography. I do a lot of headshots and pets. I do small weddings and events. I have been a photographer since I'm 14 years old. So I have many years of experience in creating, and I hold my client's hand from the beginning of the phone call that they make to me to the end when I turn. You can see I'm working from home too. And they're my furry little creatures, so they're F words too. So I like to have fun in my studio with my clients. I'm currently limiting my in-studio work. So if I can help you make a presentation, do a headshot, or do an event all socially distanced, then I would be happy to work with you. Kathy Rappaport, Flash Frozen Photography.
Thank you, Kathy. Thank you so much. I see we have Ron Hare in the room. Ron, are you able to unmute yourself and give us an introduction and what makes a great referral for you?
Well, my wife likes to mute me a lot, so I was happy to unmute myself here. I'm the owner and co-owner with my wife of Backstreet Bistro. We took it over on October 6th, and understanding the fact that we closed again in December, our timing was impeccable. The business has not developed in a takeout or a delivery service in the past. However, that's what we're working on now, and we're hoping to be open in the next 3 to 4 weeks. That's a time frame that's not going to be firm. Our goals are to continue the services, except from the previous owner who did a good job on building the business, but we want to add to that. We've had previous experience in the Valley with restaurants in Indio, Ciro's Italian restaurant, and Norma's Italian Kitchen in Rancho Mirage. We love the business. We love working with the people. We love our staff, but we're not able to do it right now. A referral would be, when we get open again, and hopefully soon, would be our terrific staff that we develop terrific dishes, and we're going to add dishes to the existing menu. We also have one of the largest patios in the Valley, and we have pet-friendly areas of the patio. So that's a good thing. In the past, my experience with Rancho Mirage Chamber and the Indio Chamber pretty extensively was that I think as members, we're happy to have referrals from the chamber, but I think as members, we need to participate more to develop an involvement with the chamber. What we can get into the chamber and efforts we make to market ourselves at, in the old days, mixers and events for the chamber, we should do for ourselves. And so I'm looking forward to participating more with the Palm Desert Chamber. And thank you, Pam. Thank you, Erin. Erin, I've known quite a long time. And thank you, Yessica. It was a nice presentation. Appreciate the opportunity to speak.
Thanks, Ron. We love hearing from you, and we look forward to being able to promote your reopening or your new takeout as soon as that becomes available. So keep us informed on that. We'd love to help move that forward for you.
Thank you so much. Appreciate it.
Thank you. And the next person I have on my list is Roger Moore. Roger, please unmute yourself.
Hi, folks. It's great to see everybody, and wish we were all sitting around a table bumping elbows and being together. Look forward to being able to do that again. But I'm Roger Moore. I'm a medical hypnotherapist at Palm Desert Hypnosis, and I help people with living life and managing health and wellness and improving health resilience. Clients learn how to use mindfulness techniques, approaches to be more present, to transform pain and other discomfort into comfort, collapse unhelpful emotions, fear and anxiety, instill a sense of well-being, promote acceptance and redefine hope and use self-hypnosis for self-care. And medical hypnosis is perfect for stress reduction, for anxiety, for post-traumatic stress, depression, weight loss, cancer support, most autoimmune diseases such as Parkinson's and MS and irritable bowel diseases, arthritis and COVID long hauler symptoms. And hypnosis has also been proven very effective with dementia and Alzheimer's, and I do quite a bit of work with people at end of life. And I'm really excited. We're creating a new program with Parkinson's Resource Organization. It's going to be a monthly support group, third Tuesday of every month from 1:30 to 3. And it's going to be limited to about 10 to 12 people, and it's going to be a time of sharing and learning mindfulness skills and coping skills, and just an intimate time to talk. So I'm looking forward to doing that. And if you know anybody that would benefit from that, people with Parkinson's or their caregivers, please let me know or let PRO know and get the information to them. Thank you, everybody. Roger Moore, Palm Desert Hypnosis. And by the way, all sessions now are telehealth sessions, live online worldwide.
Thank you, Roger. Yes, you had done a presentation for us a few weeks ago talking about how the hypnosis was still effective in our virtual world. So thank you so much for being a great resource for all of us as we try to boost our emotions and strengthen our coping skills with everything going on around us. And I'll just go on to our next person that I have in the room. I have Marv Law. Marv, would you like to introduce yourself and let us know what a great referral would be?
Yeah, thank you. Marv Law with HealthBridge Insurance Solutions. We're a bridge to Medicare and healthcare in retirement. So there's never a single plan or company that fits everybody. So we contract with many plans, many companies, so that we can find the best possible fit for every client. Sometimes even two spouses can have different coverage because they have different needs. And then what's fun too is our services are no cost to our clients. We do all the research and the homework and determine the best fit for every client. We get paid by the carriers, and because it's Medicare, it's all the same. So we're able to do that and do annual reviews at no cost for them. Now, we've just finished the annual enrollment period, but now we're in another period called open enrollment period. So if someone feels like they made a mistake on their coverage for Medicare, many of them have an opportunity to make one change. So I'm looking for right now people who may have feel like they've made a mistake. I had somebody call me just the other day saying, oh, they made this big mistake. They couldn't believe it. They called, Joe Namath, that 800 number on TV, and he doesn't know what he's talking about. He's just reading a script. They put her on a different plan. She lost her doctors and all kinds of stuff. I was able to help correct that because of this period here. We could help her make a change still. So if you hear somebody who's concerned about their Medicare coverage, even if they're just not sure they're on the right track, send them to me at HealthBridge Insurance Solutions. We'll make sure they're on the right track, or let them know when they can get back on the right track. Thank you so much.
Well, thanks, Marv. Timely information for sure. And I'm just seeing the next person on my list is Brian Whiteley. Brian, could you unmute yourself and tell us a little bit about what's going on with you? Brian, I have you on unmute, but I do not hear you. Are you able to work the system? Brian, what I'm going to do is, if you can try to get yourself going, let me move on to another person during this time. And I would like to call on Natalie Angrasani. Natalie, please let us know what's going on in your nice nonprofit world there.
Hey, hello everybody, and it's the first Profit Connection of the new year, so Happy New Year, everyone. And I just wanted to let Ron here know that we went to Ciro's for takeout on Thanksgiving, and it was delicious, and the portions were great, so, and I didn't have to cook. Anyway,
thank you very much.
You're welcome. Anyway, I'm the current chapter president for the local chapter of the American Business Women's Association, and we call ourselves the Trendsetter Chapter. We've been here in the Valley since the early 1980s, and we support women, we support men as well, of course. We never want to discriminate, but we are focused right now on raising funds for scholarships for students who are going on to second level education. So high school students who have graduated and who are looking to go on to their next level of education. We are currently offering a $1,000 scholarship that we will present to 2 students here in the Valley, and we are gathering our paperwork for the guidelines that the national organization has requested that we comply with. So I will send some information out on that as soon as I have it. And I also just wanted to let anyone know that we have opened our monthly meetings, which are the 3rd Tuesday of the month, to everybody. We no longer charge you for the meetings because we want to encourage people to get together, even though it's only Zoom, but it's the way we see each other nowadays. And this coming Tuesday, we have a topic called Creating and Monetizing Video Alternatives to Zoom. And we have a speaker from one of the other chambers, Katie Stice, and we will look forward to seeing anybody who would like to join us. I will put the link in the chat box, and you are all welcome to join. So thank you, and have a good week, everybody.
Thank you, Natalie. Thank you. And Brian, were you able to resolve your speaker issue? No, I'm not hearing from Brian. I'm so sorry. I will move on to the next person I see in the room. I see Shauna Ward. Shauna, are you able to unmute and let us know what's going on in your world?
Yes, can you hear me okay?
Yes, we can. Thank you.
I had to connect through my phone, so I can't get the video working. But I am Shauna from Rudy's Termite and Pest Control. We offer many services to both residential and businesses, including termite and pest prevention and control. We also offer special services like live bee removal, gopher control, and more. We most recently added our plant care division that helps customers learn more about the health and condition of their landscaping. Our plant care division has over 30 years of experience and knowledge in agriculture and horticulture in the Coachella Valley. They investigate any problems that your plants are experiencing, develop solutions, offer recommendations to prevent further landscape damage. Safety is definitely the #1 priority, and they have 15 years of experience in agricultural chemical consulting. So they're conscious of the world's environment and apply only eco-friendly pesticides that is not going to put your landscaping or pets at risk. So any good referral is, you know, a consumer that's looking for pest control or plant care.
Okay, great. Thanks. Thanks very much, Shauna. And what we've also done is provided a couple of breakout rooms so that if you want to get together and chat to Erin about some HR, or if you'd like to talk to Yessica about different sanitizing services and products and other things that she offers, you can pop into one of those rooms. So along the bottom of your screen, you'll see the little icons, you know, the microphone, the video, etc. And then there's, like at the far right, there's a button that says more ... If you click on that, that should actually show you that we have breakout rooms, and you click on that, and then you'll see Erin and Yessica, and then you'll be able to go into one of those rooms, okay? So before that happens, let's do a little final recap with our speakers. So Yessica, would you like to go first and just let us know what a great referral would be for you and anything else you wanted to add?
Sure, Pam. Yeah, as I mentioned earlier, we're here to help businesses reopen, but at the same time, we also help our residents too and clean their homes. So we're not strictly just focused on customers. A lot of our customers right now that we've had for almost 30 years are all working at home. So they actually have increased their service needs, and our new residential customers have also been reaching out that, you know, they wanted to get their house clean and get a sanitizing routine. Some people ask for a monthly visit or service. Some people want it bi-weekly or weekly. If that's something, you know, anyone is interested, we could also help with that. I know that reopening businesses right now, it's basically on a day-to-day to see what our local officials are going to decide on when restaurants and other businesses can reopen. But we're helping some salons get cleaned and sanitized so that by the time, as I mentioned earlier, I think one of the questions was, how long does it last? Some of these salons are taking advantage of this downtime, and we're going in there sanitizing, but they have absolutely no traffic. So they're good to go when they get the green light to reopen. But homes or offices or businesses that get traffic daily, even if it's just a couple people that go into the office or the workplace or our homes, that we need to increase our level of hygiene and cleanliness. I get my house cleaned every week just because I have 5 pets. I have 4 dogs and 1 cat. So I take them all for a walk. Don't ask me how I do it, but I do it. Sometimes my cat comes along. And so they come inside the house, and they've been in the park, and people spit on the floor, you know, on the ground in the park. And so they're coming back inside the house, and I usually am good I've always done the cleaning of their paws, but we come in with our shoes and we don't realize it. And like Erin was mentioning, the little things that we often don't even pay attention to, as simple as, you know, I have an eyelid or eyelash in my eye, and then you touch it, and now you have to be cognizant of, oh, oops, maybe I need to go wash my hands. And so you kind of hold your eyelash in the eye until you're able to rub your eye. But anyhow, any customer who's really interested on getting their house clean, their office clean, sanitized, improving their AC units, upgrading their filters, introducing some technology on a day-to-day. For me, I get my house clean every week, but I have our UV towers in the most common areas, in the living room, in the kitchen, in my restroom, and in my bedroom. And there's timers to it, so you can time it. When I leave the house, I turn them on, and 30, 40, depending how much traffic you have, it'll sanitize about 24 by 24 rooms. So it depends on how large your area is. So I do that on a day-to-day as an addition precaution. But in addition to the cleaning. But so anyone who's really interested on getting their house clean, or if they're, you know, moving into a new home, like John was mentioning, you know, there's a lot of individuals that are moving into the valley or moving out. We can assist with that. Also moving in, moving out, new construction. Some people that now are home are doing a lot more remodeling or projects around the home. We can help with that. So it's not just because of COVID, you know, if you have just want a regular wipe down and have a refresher after the holidays, we're here to help. Reach out to us at Etheryal.com, or you can reach out to me, Yessica Palacios, or director@Etheryal.com. Thank you, everyone. Thanks, Pam. Nice to see everyone.
Thanks, Yessica. I just noticed I have somebody that's identified by a phone number only. Would you like to introduce yourself? The phone number ends in 3650.
Hi, this is Brian Whitley. I don't know if it's too late to speak or.
No, please do. Please do. So this is Brian Whiteley?
Yes. I had to call in, given some technical difficulties on the computer.
Okay.
Yes, I'm with the law firm Best Krieger. We're a full service law firm, been in the Valley for many years, and the firm as a whole has been around for over 100 years. And, as a full service law firm, and we help businesses, large and small, anything from startup to sale, to pretty much anything in between. My particular areas of emphasis are in the real estate arena and finance and acquisitions and things of that nature. So certainly, any referrals of a business, need, whether it be, a contract, drafting or review, or even litigation, we've got attorneys who can assist with that as well.
And would it be fair to say that any business should have a regular contact to help them with legal issues?
Yes, absolutely. And certainly, as in other fields, I mean, we have different people who are experts in different areas, but I can certainly serve as a contact for any business to help get them to the right attorney who can handle their particular need at that time.
Thank you. Thank you so much. I'm glad you were able to join us for that little blurb there. That was really great information. Thank you. Erin, I'd like to offer you the closing spot. And if I have missed anybody, please do let me know. But Erin, please take it away.
Thank you so much, Pam. Again, Erin Sullivan-Moore with Robert Half. Robert Half is the world's oldest and largest specialized staffing agency. We focus in the business professional sector of accounting, finance, human resources, office, legal, technology, and social media, and basically the creative side of businesses and marketing. Here locally in the desert, I do specialize in direct hire placements for finance and accounting professionals. A couple of great to see business is staying, picking up in the Coachella Valley. Right now, I am hiring for a finance manager for a local resort, a hotel, a director of finance and a controller for some local country clubs. I'm also hiring for a billing supervisor for healthcare, a payroll administrator for a government municipality, and a couple of tax and staff accounts for some local CPA companies. So that is just locally. I also do help fill positions throughout the Inland Empire and all of Temecula, basically up through close to San Diego. So if you know of anyone that has a background in accounting and finance or HR that is working but looking to possibly just passively put feelers out there to see what else is going on, I'd greatly appreciate the referral. I know John Sloan recently sent a really fantastic accounting professional my direction, and I'm keeping him very busy this week with interviews. So excited to see a new opportunity come up for him. But also, if anyone knows of a company that's looking to make a hire within that accounting and human resource space, I'd always appreciate that referral. But again, my company can do anything: accounting, office, legal, creative, or technology. So any referrals are great. And then just a friendly reminder that I know Pam will be sending everyone on this video the contact list so that we can all communicate with each other. Roger, I already have your information, but I will be sending a referral your way. I have a friend that's gone through a few health scares and is looking to kick her smoking habit. And I told her she needs to talk to you and you only. So appreciate any referrals and looking forward to partnering with all of you any way we can. Thanks so much.
That's great. Thank you. So we've kind of concluded our around the room introductions, and we now have our breakout rooms. One is labeled Erin and one is labeled Yessica. And I'm going to place Erin and Yessica into those rooms. If any of you would like to join those rooms, whether it be to speak to them individually or just to network with each other, please let me know and I can assign you into those rooms. The rooms are open. A couple of people are entering rooms. Please feel free to do so. Let me know in the chat box if there's a room you'd like to go to. Natalie, would you like to join a room? I can't hear you, sorry.
No, Pam, I'm going to pack it in for the day.
All right, thank you for joining us.
Good to see you.
Nice to see you too.
$219-8079.
8079. Let me make sure I type this correctly. 760-219-8079.
That's correct.
Okay, I'm going to send this to her. Her name is Shari.
Shari? How do you spell
that? S-H-A-R-I.
Okay, awesome.
Hopefully she will be in touch with you because, I mean, I've been on her since before her health problems to stop smoking. Okay. And so now I'm like, now you got to do this. I'm glad someone else is telling you to figure it out.
Good.
Awesome.
Hi, I just wanted to let you know that the rest of the attendees have left and we don't have anyone else joining this room. So I don't know if you want to share any more information or call it a day, but thank you so much for your input on both counts.
Awesome, thank
Thanks
you.
for doing this, Pam.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
No, I just was able to get Roger's direct information. So hopefully my friend will be reaching out and Roger will be able to help her be healthier. So.
Great, great. And don't forget to let us know the value of the referral so we can keep adding it to our total.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Shout it out with pride. Thank you. Thank you very much. I'm just going to leave your room and check in on Yessica.
I don't.
Group. And they had asked for someone to refer a cleaning service.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll get in touch with you on that.
Okay.
I'll try and find out what kind of more specifically what they had in mind.
Okay.
So, you know, whether it was just, you know, your typical, like you said, standard cleaning service, or which makes sense to over and above. I mean, in terms of your competition, what do you see happening out there? You know, because, you know, you hear about all these cleaning, just normal cleaning services, like Mary Maids and whoever, right? That the franchises and those people who are out there. And you clearly are, you know, way beyond that.
Thank you.
So what do you hear? Just so I can go back and maybe explain that or make the introduction for you.
Yeah. One of the things I hear a lot are people that they've contacted or they've hired this company to come and do fogging or the electrostatic or some type of fumigation in their office or homes. And that's really not it's not EPA approved. It's been researched. They are looking into it because there are a lot of companies that are coming up with this new method of delivery. But because it's not appropriate to deliver any type of chemical that way, and it's not EPA approved, we don't practice that. A lot of people call us and say, can you just come and, you know, fog up my place and it's good for 6 months? Well, I can't do that. One, because it's not approved. And two, I know based on our capacity of certifications that it's not going to protect.
It's not effective. Yeah.
Yeah, it's not.
So, but that's just like our culture anyway. You know, people want to kind of have be able to wave a magic wand, right?
Right.
Or in this case, a magic fog, and then, you know, like pixie dust, right? And hope everything is good.
I'm glad you mentioned that magic wand because we have these cool little things. They're wands.
Are you a Jedi?
Like that.
That would have been a great tool to share. Next Profit Connection, pull that Jedi sword out.
Right? See, I like this because I carry this in my bag, and everywhere I go, like my keyboard, you just UV light that thing, and it's frying all that virus. As I don't know if you can. Let me see if I can bring down my. Can you see it? You probably can. Can you see a little bit of it?
You can't see your keyboard, but we can see your table in the light.
Yeah, so it's pretty cool. I mean, I don't think I can move this around. You just, can you see?
That's okay.
That's okay.
So
there you go.
Do you sell those?
Yeah, we have them in stock. These are one of my favorites, along with the UV towers. As you mentioned, you know, we have to, some people want to clean their places, and I think, Pam, you asked me how long does it last? Well, this is an immediate treatment.
So how long do you have to hold the light on there for?
Oh, you just wipe it about five swipes. Like my keyboard, I just go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And
so if you come home from your grocery shopping, you could presumably wave that over all the stuff that came out of your bag. And
right.
How much does a unit like that cost?
I think these are going for, don't quote me. Let me pull it up on the website.
So yeah, can we order that from your website?
Yeah, you can place an order on our website.
Oh,
definitely.
Okay.
That's definitely something to look into, because that's if it's depending on the price.
We also have these. If you take a look at our website, we also have these little UV boxes where you I put my keys. It fits perfect for my keys, my glasses, and my cell phone. Yeah. You just turn it on. It'll tell you once the disinfection is done, and you just take it out, and
that is terrific to put right at your door when you walk in the house, right?
I have it next to my nightstand. So and you can even plug it into your computer, and it works because it has what is it called? UVC or
USB.
USB. Yeah, thank you. Port, so that you can plug it into your computer. You have it next to your desk. It's really cool. I like that more so than having to wipe things down. Sometimes you don't want to get your hands or get Clorox on your hands, and you have to go wash your hands.
Yeah, it's just more chemicals.
Right. I grab my UV wand and I wave that thing wherever I go, and you're good.
Wow. Yeah, let me know what those are. I mean, I could use one at my office, one at my home.
Yeah.
Get your little container, one at my office, one at my home. Those are terrific.
I think the next time that you come to a meeting and you get to share around the room like that, you should show one of the units and explain what it does. Because I think, you know, when you say ethereal cleaning and we understand it's killing COVID and
yeah,
you know, but in practical uses for the individual person or even for a business, nothing beats seeing it and saying or showing, look, this is what it does. And it doesn't take long to do that, but this is what we have. This is how much it would run you. And this is what it's going to do for you. And people are like, wow, I could do that. You know, I could afford that. And people feel safer. I think that'd be a great little thing to do.
Yeah, we know, and we understand that it's maybe a small ticket, right? But it leads you into other things and other questions, and it's like, wow, that is cool. And then people start talking about, where did you get that, right? Where'd you get that lightsaber? And they're going to start talking about you. So that's awesome.
Yeah.
Cool. Thank you. Yeah, I'll definitely thank you for the feedback. Actually, you know what? I got kind of nervous. I have to confess. I got kind of nervous in the presentation. And when I get nervous, I get blocked. And so I had it right next to me to show it to you guys. And until you asked me, Marv, and I said, yeah, we have this cool little, you know, gadget.
Yeah. Well, join the rest of the crowd, the rest of us. We get locked in our presentation, and then everything else goes out the window.
A good thing to do when you're scheduled to do a presentation, or even if you're going to do your 1 minute, is to think about questions that you want someone to ask you that would prompt you to do something. And you can plug that question into the chat box, or you can send it to me and I will ask you the question after your presentation yes, that's what I wanted to cover, you know? So
kind of like, can you show me some of your technology?
Yeah, and I wouldn't want to say that if you weren't prepared to do it. So,
right.
You know, but if you know that you're going to want to share it, just say, Pam, I want you to ask me, you know, because I don't want to forget about it. Then I was like, okay, Yessica, can you tell us a little bit? And then you don't cover it. And then I go, do you have anything to show us? You know, just to sort of help feed that in to get your message out there. Because at the end of the day, that's what we're trying to do. We're really trying to give you a platform to promote you, what you do, what your business is, and to get other people excited about it. I mean, just looking at your little demo now, I'm already excited about those products and I want to go learn more about it. So I think it's a great teaser and a great way to sort of help build more business for you.
Okay, wonderful. Thank you. I appreciate that. But yeah, that's going back to your question, Marv. We have the old-fashioned cleaning that we've always done, you know, and then we have a few customers that are allergic, they're sensitive to harsh chemicals, and that's how we use these little wands in her kitchen, her doorknobs, and it only takes a few wipes, and she loves these things. And you know, a lot of our customers love these little gadgets with even kids, you know, like my nephews, they have it further. Now they're all going to school at home, and their hands are pretty dirty. You know, they don't often wash their hands, and so they use these things. So thank you very much for that feedback. I'll definitely talk about it. I'll send the question to you, Pam, so you can remind me.
And I think, you know, I'm just kind of thinking outside the box here, but it could be a great way to engage children in cleaning and sanitizing the house. Let them play lightsaber around the house, you know?
Right, it's like a superhero, right?
Exactly. And I think it'd be kind of fun. So
I have a podcast, and I have a superhero cartoon. It's called The Viral Warrior. And we talk about, you know, viruses, and we have special guests and stuff. And the cartoon is holding one of these wands as part of, you know, the personality. So
nice.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Cool. Yeah. So we just go to your website. We can find those products, right?
Yeah, we have a store on our website. The towers are $74.99.
That's not bad.
Yeah, those are the ones I was referring to in the presentation. They're $74.99. They cover about 24 by 24. I noticed that the longer you leave, you can leave it on for 15, 30, or an hour. I noticed that when I turn it on for an hour, when I get back, I feel like it's covered more than 24 by 24. It just feels cleaner, and you can actually feel it. It's amazing how this works. UV light works. We didn't think about it, but if you go to the dentist, everything is sterilized with UV, technology. Yeah. So you can actually feel it working. And I don't know if you can see this, but see this folder here? I left this one over here last night, and I turned on my tower. And when I came this morning, I thought, oh, it's dusty in here, but it's actually the UV light working against the virus. You see how the difference, the discoloration between this side and this side here? Yeah. So it's you could tell that it's penetrating enough to kill any virus. So it's pretty cool how this works. But you can find all our little products in our website along with our services.
I think it's interesting to note that one of the other cleaning services that I'm aware of that offers fogging, both he and his wife have COVID. So, he's doing his house, he's doing his business, but he's still got COVID, and his wife got COVID. So yeah, I'm not really trusting that. So.
Yeah, I don't, I keep up with, I'm one of the advocates for the cleaning and sanitizing industry. And I'm keeping up every day. They send me any updates of the research that they're doing on this fogging, and they're not able to come up with an approval because of the delivery. There is no delivery, it's not appropriate for a chemical. It has to be, the reason why is because when they fog, it's automatically, it dries out. It's already a dried product. So what you are delivering is dust, basically. So to penetrate to the DNA of the virus, the chemical has to have a dwell time. And a dwell time is the surface has to remain wet. And that's the reason why EPA cannot approve fogging or electrostatic sprayers that most companies are using. We have to, and our dwell time depends on what surface. We go based on what, the recommendations of the product.
Wow, I've learned a lot.
Cool.
Yeah.
Well, hey, thanks for answering those questions.
Yeah.
And I'm headed to your website.
Yes.
Yeah, check it out. Yeah, if you wanted to, if there's something else that, the only thing we don't have in our website are the AC filters that filter out the air with UV light. Those are really cool. We're working on getting that on our website. But if you're interested on that, also let me know and we can work something out.
I would think a lot of the restaurants would be interested in that.
Yeah, the problem is that I know that right now they're suffering financially. Restaurants are not, but even just a small, just some small improvements like these little wands for their, for their doorknobs or even tables, and have to constantly be wiping. Or we also have like the contactless ordering, where they have a menu and you can just play your order when you're placing your order. You just pay it right there and there. You don't touch the credit card, you don't touch anything, or the keypad, and it just makes things a lot cleaner. Or they can use these little cool things where they can just wipe it and the credit card will be sterilized.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah, there's a lot of things that you do that would help a lot of businesses. So
yeah,
we need to get that information out there.
Thank you. I appreciate you both and both of your time. Thank you, Pam, for the opportunity to speak, even though I was a nervous wreck. But
oh, you were fine.
I'll get better.
Came across really well.
I'll get better. I promise.
Of course you.
Thank you, Yessica. Thanks, Pam.
Thank you.
Thank you
Bye
both.
For now.
Bye bye. Take care.
Bye-bye.
Thanks, Marv.
You bet.
Bye bye.